Hi everybody and welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Ardent RDA. This is designed by Stan the Man, if you know what I mean. This is Tenacious, TXVapes, and Timesvape. This is a 27mm RDA. You can do a couple different modes in it. I'm going to show you down below. Has a really nice build deck with spring-loaded posts, which I love spring-loaded. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and go down. We're going to take a look at it, and then we're going to come back up and talk a little bit more. So here we are with the Ardent RDA. This is by Tenacious, TXVapes, and Timesvape. This is the box that it comes in. I love the packaging. I really do. The Dreamer Hybrid. This is actually made to work with the Dreamer. Designed by Stan, Tenacious, TXVapes. All the social media information here. Timesvape engineered for vape. On the back, you're actually going to get some specifications as well as your kit contents. And it'll tell you all that on the back. You're going to get your scratch off authenticity, of course, your barcode as well as the color. Mine is in matte black. When you open it up, one thing I have to say about this box, I love that they put these finger cutouts in there. It just makes it so much easier to open up the box. Inside, you're going to get this little user manual. It's going to give you some specifications regarding the RDA. It does come in different languages. That one is in French. This one is the English version. And it's going to, sorry, it's a little dirty. I've been in and out of this. It's going to tell you to follow the steps for proper installation, but I really recommend that you know your Ohm's law and your battery safety before you try anything like this. Any type of RDA, I always stress that. It's got additional information. For a hybrid, you can actually make a difference on the RDA so that it'll fit on your Dreamer hybrid mech mod to make this a hybrid RDA. So I'll explain more about that down below. And then, of course, you're going to get your RDA. I love that it's not stuck in the package. You're going to get your RDA. It comes with a drip tip on it, but you also get this nice frosted clear drip tip, which I actually prefer. So I'm going to go ahead and swap that out now. They are 810 drip tips, so they are 810 compatible with any 810 drip tip that you have. It will fit in here nice and flush. So I'll put that on there because I really like that one better. Then you're going to get your baggie of goodies, as always. So I really like this. You're going to get your screwdriver, your flathead screwdriver. Look how cool that is. I like it better in clear than blue. So we'll go ahead and leave that out. And then we've got some extras in here. You do have some extra O-rings. You're going to have some extra springs because it is spring-loaded, which I'll be showing you. Some extra screws and then an extra copper 510 pin. And that's what's in the box. So here we are with the RDA. It's got the official Timesvape logo here. It's got some airflow here, Ardent right there, more airflow. It does have 10 airflow holes on both sides, so that is a total of 20 airflow holes. As I showed you before, there is an 810 drip tip in here. I showed you before when I swapped out the drip tip, it is 810 compatible. You've got some like nice little design here, but this is not knurling for any sort of purpose because you can actually turn this by the barrel itself. It is all one piece, so it doesn't come apart that way. One thing I will tell you is I really love the fact that you can take this off and you don't have to have it on a mod to take it off. The only problem is that these O-rings should be just a little bit more tolerant. I feel like they're just a little bit too loose. I did lube them up just a little bit after I cleaned it because I don't like the O-rings to get really dried. But it is just a hair bit too loose for me. It does have some notches right here. If you notice, there's like a little cutout right here and a cutout right there. Those do go for the notches that are inside the deck right here and right here. This way, it'll actually stay within that position, but you can move it around to adjust your airflow, but it'll still only go that far. So that way your cap is not fully turning all around. Again, this is a really nice, clean. Look at how clean that is. I really love the cleanliness of this. And you can see your drip tip right down there. But look at that. It's absolutely machined beautifully. And then, of course, you've got your bottom piece. On the bottom, it's going to say Ardent right here. And it's got Stan's signature right there. And then it's got your serial number. This is a solid copper 510 pin. So it's not gold-plated or anything. It is solid copper. So you can use this on any type of a mech or hybrid device because it does protrude. It's got your peak insulation right there. You've got your two O-rings right there. If you notice, your airflow actually goes at an angle. So it is going up, or if you're looking from inside out, down. So it is really nicely angled. It's going to hit right under your coils. So I think that that's absolutely perfect. It's got a really deep juice well. Look at this. Really deep juice well. And you've got a lot of room for your wicking and everything else. Then you come to your clamps. Now this type of deck is actually spring loaded. All you have to do is once you start releasing these screws, it literally pops up. You see? That's why you have springs in the bag. I personally love spring-loaded clamps. That is like one of my pet peeves on most of these devices that have clamp style posts is the fact that they are not spring-loaded. This is spring-loaded. So if you notice, it just comes up, and then of course these are spring-loaded. So it'll clamp down really, really nice on your coils because it's spring-loaded. And then of course you can do the other side because we are going to be putting a build in it anyway, so I might as well loosen them up. Again, there are additional screws also included. Flatheads I'm not a fan of, but you know what? On this RDA, I have not really had any issues. Either that or I'm really getting used to flatheads because I usually am all over the place with flatheads, and now I'm just like really easily doing this. But look, it's really, really nice. Now they are angled sort of like a triangle style, but they do have the flat end. So they're actually going to clamp onto your leads a little bit better because it's going to be a shared post system as usual, and it's going to clamp down. So you should not have any issues with that. So yeah, so it is a 27mm RDA, if I did not mention that earlier. And it's also got another cool feature included. If you take this 510 pin out here, which we will be doing it on both, I'm gonna be building it on my regular mod, and then we're actually gonna convert it and put it on my Dreamer. So what you do is you take out this 510. Let me get my other screwdriver. My Barbie screwdriver is so much of a Barbie screwdriver. This one just works a little bit better. There we go. You take that out. Make sure that your peak insulation does not come out because it does have the peak insulation right there. If you notice right there, make sure that that does not come out. And then just unscrew this. This comes off like this. And then once you do that, it actually becomes a hybrid top cap for your Dreamer. So say for instance, you have your Dreamer right here. You take off your top cap. And this is actually made and designed specifically for the Dreamer. And then you just go ahead and screw that in like this. And now it becomes part of the Dreamer. And with this black, it matches absolutely perfectly. So we're gonna build it regular, and then afterwards I am gonna go ahead and put it on my Dreamer because I love my Dreamer. And yeah, so let's go ahead and just put this aside until later. And again, to just put it together, all you need to do is just go ahead and put this like this, screw it on. Make sure that your peak insulation is still there. That's really, really important. And then you're just gonna put your pin back in. This is your positive pin, by the way. And then just screw this down. Make sure that's nice and tight. There we go. And now we can go ahead and build on it. If anybody knows me and has been watching me for a while, you know that I love, love, love bigger RDAs. So it does not bother me that it's bigger. I love bigger RDAs. My favorite one is a 28.5mm. So yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. Loosen those up a little bit more. So you've got them nice and open right there. And I'm gonna be using for the coils today. I'm actually gonna be using my Mech Fused coils from Coil Clout. If you are interested in any of the coils that I'm ever using, they are from Coil Clout. You can use Wendy 15 at coilclout.com and you can get you some. I love, love, love Coil Clout coils. I have every single kind that they have. I'm missing one, but they're on their way. I'm having more made. So yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and what I'm gonna do is actually measure one coil, then I'm gonna go ahead and cut it and match up the other coil to it as well. So I'm just gonna put that in there, get it to where I want it, right there. Go ahead and get my clippers and clip this one. Make sure it doesn't drop in, and then I'm gonna clip the other side. Make sure I take that out, there we go. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take this coil out, and I'm gonna measure it on my coiling tool. That way I can get the right distance, and it's not gonna give me any type of issue. I'm guessing it's like a 6. So yeah, I'm gonna actually make it even to a 6. Let's just go ahead and trim this down just a little bit. There we go. These are gonna be 6mm. Okay, so there's one, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and match the other one. Again, 6mm. Match this one, and do this one. There we go. And I've got my coils ready. I love that tool. That tool is like, they also have this at coilclout.com if you're interested. They sell it in packs with coils or other items. So yeah, so let's go ahead and start building on this baby. So I do use my screwdriver to put these in because that's just the way I do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in. Push that in. And I'm gonna just go on the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put the other one in. Put that one in that side, that one in this side, push them together, and go ahead and screw them down. Make sure you can see. The other day I did a video and it was like, I was totally out of like viewing. I was so mad. There you go. I'm not gonna tighten them until I have them all in, and then I'll tighten them and straighten it. Just wanna get them clamped down without hitting the camera. There we go. And now I can go ahead and just fix up my coils and straighten them out. I'll bring this one up a little bit. There we go. Okay, center that just a little bit more. A little bit more over this way. This one here. Same thing. Just a little bit higher. Okay, yep, and there we go. We've got our coils placed, so now it's time to start firing them. I'll go ahead and get this up here. Okay, start firing them. Where's my ceramic tweezers? You want to go ahead and pinch, pull, and adjust. There we go, starting to glow. Let's go ahead and pinch this one now. Okay. I don't want to really scrape them because, especially being that they're fused. Look at how pretty those are. I love these coils. I'm sorry. I'm like madly in love with coils. Is that crazy? As a female, is that crazy? Let's pull them apart a little bit. And then watch them glow, baby. Watch them glow. Okay. Alright, getting the glow evenly. This is where you want to have patience because you do want to get them to glow evenly, but you don't want to force them either. So, get all those hot spots out. Hot spots right there. Oh my god, beautiful. Love, love, love these coils. Absolutely. Pull this one apart a little bit. There we go. Yay. Oh yeah, baby. Absolutely gorgeous. Make sure there's no hot spots there. No hot spots here. Oh yeah. All right, so let me let this cool down. We're gonna go ahead and put some cotton on it and get it all. This cotton, I'm gonna be using my Kendo Vape Cotton Gold Edition, and we're gonna go ahead and just whip this baby up. I already cut off a piece. I'm just gonna cut it in half and start twisting it up. Now, if you notice, the airflow is like literally gonna hit right under my coils. Absolutely awesome. Okay, go ahead and put that through there. Oops. Just twist it through. Go, nice and tight, or snug, but not too tight. Go and get my handy dandy tweezers out. Just fluff it up a little bit. Fluff this side up a little bit. I just do it to where the knots are, and then I just cut off the ends where the knots are. There's a deep juice well, so I'm gonna be generous with my cotton today. There we go. A little bit off of this side. Yeah. Okay, and then all we need, watch this. Look at how much room is in there. Is that not crazy? I just literally just drop it in there and it fits absolutely perfectly. Huge, huge juice well. I love this. I love that it's got so much space. Put that in there. Make sure your cotton is away from underneath. And that's it. So let's go ahead and convert this to a hybrid mech top. So off the bottom piece here, make sure again that you do not lose that peak insulator. That is very, very important. So I did take that off, and I've actually connected it straight onto the Dreamer. There is absolutely no gaps. There's no overhang or anything. It was literally meant to be on here. Now, if you try to put this RDA with the base on it on the top cap that it comes with, there will be overhang because of the shape of the cap You see how it like tapers in? So it will be overhang. But if you put it on like this on any type of hybrid that'll fit a 27mm, then you're gonna be fine. So yeah, so that's that. Let's go ahead and juice this baby up. So for today's juice, I'm actually going to be using this cinnamon from the Custard Factory. I reviewed this a few days ago and oh my God, I'm not even supposed to be having so much cinnamon, but the nutmeg in it is absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wet my coils. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and heat it. Oh yeah. I'm right-handed, so like I do things a little backwards. Why don't I do it this way? Here we go. And then I'm actually gonna drip right down the middle because the way that this well is and as deep as it is, it's literally gonna capture it all. So right now I'm just gonna wet the coils so that I can make sure that the cotton within the coils is getting wet. I'm just gonna drip a whole bunch of shit down there because this thing is freaking juicy. Wet the ends. Again, I'm not left-handed, so I kind of look stupid doing it this way, but I really like it. There you go. Look at that. Just a shitload in there. Look at that. It's on fire, baby. So let's go ahead and put the cap on it. And look at that. It looks and has been made for the Dreamer. And this is just absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and take it on top. We're going to talk about it, pros and cons, and yeah. So here we are back on top with the Ardent RDA. And before I do anything, I'm definitely going to have a vape. I have to show you this. I have to show you the airflow and the, oh, just look. Amazing, amazing flavor, amazing airflow. I have to tell you, I prefer the honeycomb type airflow than any airflow. To me, it's less turbulent. It's very, very smooth. I like that. I like that you can adjust it, but not too much because it does stop you. So I do like that feature. I prefer it all the way open, but that's just me. I love the fact that it comes with the hybrid section so that you can actually put it on your Dreamer mech mod if you have one. I think that making it specifically for this mech mod was just amazing, amazing idea. I love that feature. It works great as just a regular dripper and it fits absolutely beautifully on the Dreamer. If you notice, there's absolutely no overhang whatsoever as long as you connect it like the hybrid top rather than the base that you can put on it to actually vape it on a regular device. Very easy to build on, as you saw down below. Very, very easy because it's got the spring-loaded clamps, which I am a very, very big fan of the spring-loaded. It just makes things easier than trying to open it and try to put in your coils. It works. I love the airflow, the way that it's angled. It hits right underneath your coil, so you're getting tremendous flavor. The airflow is so massive and smooth that you get tremendous airflow in this, and I just think that it's great. It comes with two 810 drip tips. You can't beat that. I'm not a fan of the Ultim, but if you like the Ultim, it comes with it. You also have the clear one, and then of course you can use any of your own 810 style drip tips. I like how they did the notches where you can actually adjust your airflow without actually having to take it off and put it back on or anything like that, and it's not going to unscrew. The only thing that I do see is that when you are adjusting the airflow, your airflow stays in place, which is great. You're just cutting it down here. So I do want you to know that it's still going to hit directly on your coils because of the way that the airflow is stationary. It's not like you're moving the whole airflow. You're only moving the outside to lower or open it. So that's also a huge plus. I have honestly looked for cons on this, and for my vaping style, I cannot find any cons. The only con that I had was the O-rings. That's it. If you notice, the O-rings are especially if they're lubed up, it's gonna be really loose. But that's like, you couldn't hold it like this. If I tried to hold it like this, it's gonna come off. See, it's starting to loosen up. So that's basically the only thing, is those O-ring tolerances. But if you change them out, you should be just fine. But I did want to mention that and show that to you so that you know. Other than that, let me see. The deep juice well, the juice well is tremendously, like literally I can sit here and drip in it and it's awesome. As long as you drip directly down the center, no leaking. Look at this, no leaking, just none. If I hold it right, maybe I can like get it to fire, but look at that, no leaking whatsoever, smooth airflow. I wish you could hear this airflow like up close, like personally, like try it out, because the airflow is super, super smooth. It's perfect. I was looking for a perfect RDA for my Dreamer, and Stan made it. So yeah, I don't have anything else. Let me see. Oh, it's a subjective con that it's not my con. It's not a con for me, but I know that people are going to be wondering. It doesn't come with a squonk pin. This wasn't made to be a squonking RDA. There are some RDAs that are just better squonking than they are dripping, and then there are some RDAs that are good doing both, squonking and dripping. This one was specifically made to be a dripper, and specifically made to be just like it is. So he did that on purpose. He did not do that as like, oh, I forgot the squonk pin, you know. No, it looks like it would be a great squonking RDA, but it's not made for that. Some are made for certain types of atomizers, and some are certain types of mods, and some aren't. This was actually meant to be just a dripper. So I do want to mention that, because I know that people are going to be mentioning that probably in the comments and stuff, but it wasn't meant for that. This is actually meant for those of you that are very educated in building, very educated in Ohm's law, very educated in battery safety. I do not recommend this for a beginner because of the fact that it is strictly made for like mech type mods, mechanical mods and hybrid mods and things like that. I would not suggest it for a new beginner that is just learning to build. You definitely need to know your Ohm's law. You definitely need to know your battery safety. It's imperative that you know these things. If you're not comfortable with that, I would suggest sticking with whatever you've already been using or that type of device. This is mainly for those that are more to intermediate to advanced vapors and builders. So that's pretty much it. It does come in 1, 2, 3, I think 5 colors. It comes in stainless steel brushed, matte black, which I have, the stainless steel polished, brass, and copper. So those are the colors that it does come in. Right now, the only place that I've really found it is Tenacious. Tenacious TXVapes.com, but they are sold out at the moment. They are going for about $40, which is not bad for a dripper like this. I think that that's amazing. I thought it was going to be more like 50 or 60 bucks, but it's $40. Awesome, awesome dripper. I love the looks of it. I like that it's not too much. It doesn't have the logos everywhere. It's got the one on one side and one on the other, but the way that it's engraved, it's not sticking out in your face. So it matches. It really does. And especially with the black Dreamers, it matches absolutely perfectly. But yeah, so that's it for my review. If you like the review, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget about the bell notification, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Love me some clouds.